Iceland. It's an island of striking landscapes where rivers run through deserts and molten lava erupts from ice. It's a country where the natural elements dance between the poles of fire and frost, with endless nights during the depth of winter and summers where the sun never sets. Your average sightseeing guide of Iceland is probably the size of a dictionary. There are so many unique Iceland attractions and landscapes that fitting all of them into a holiday may seem like an impossible task. But we suggest a list of must-visit places in Iceland. Snæfellsjökull Glacier. It's a twin-peaked glacier that sits over a volcano on the peninsula's tip, surrounded by jagged lava fields and a dramatic coastline on three sides. You can see it from some of the area's other top attractions, such as the all but abandoned hamlet of Buda and the Londringa Sea Stacks. The glacier has such a special place in Icelanders' hearts that they declared it a national park in 2001. Mount Kirkjufell. Kirkjufell is one of the most photographed mountains in Iceland. It is a popular destination for self-drive tours. The water in front of the mountain makes it even more scenic. It produces either a mirror image or becomes a perfect white blanket of ice and snow in the winter. It's also possible to hike up it if you're an experienced hiker. Black Sand Beach in South Iceland. If you decide to take a tour of the south coast of Iceland, be sure to explore the black sand beaches along the coastline. The most famous of these black sand beaches is Snæfellsjökull, near the village of Vik. Like many of the most beautiful places in Iceland, Snæfellsjökull Beach's beauty comes from its stark and haunting landscapes. The black sand beaches might be some of the best things to see in Iceland, but swimming in them is forbidden. The sea is dangerous because of cold water temperatures and strong currents. Snæfellsjökull is especially risky because of the sneaker waves that unexpectedly surge upon the shore. Diamond Beach. The lagoon is full of icebergs that slowly make their way toward the ocean after breaking from a glacial tongue year-round. When they reach the sea, the waves push them onto the beach, and the result is mesmerizing. Add the colors of the northern lights or the dramatic hues of the midnight sun, and you have a view that looks like a fantasy novelist created it. As if that wasn't enough, sometimes you can also spot seals playing in the lagoon and out at sea. Snæfellsjökull. The mighty waves of South Iceland have carved two basalt pillars called Snæfellsjökull. They're near Vik and were featured in Game of Thrones as Eastwatch by the Sea. Like many of Iceland's most striking rock formations, some say these pillars are trolls frozen in the morning sun's light. Vatnajökull Glacier. One of the best places to visit in Iceland is the Vatnajökull Glacier, the largest glacier in Europe. It makes up 8% of Iceland's landmass with countless stunning ice caves, each a marvelous feat of nature. Under the ice are at least 3 active volcanoes and the tallest peak in Iceland. Blue Lagoon. The Blue Lagoon is the country's most visited geothermal spa and perhaps the most popular attraction in Iceland. The water here is an opaque, milky blue, unlike anything found elsewhere on Earth. The hot pool is rich in minerals and thriving with good bacteria. Silica masks are available for all guests, too. Both the water and masks have given the lagoon a reputation for healing. The Blue Lagoon sits within the volcanic Reykjanes Peninsula's incredible nature, which is known for its stark and haunting landscapes. The spa is surrounded by lava fields coated in grey moss. When seen through a veil of steam, the scene is otherworldly. Whale watching in Keflavik. One of the best places in Iceland to whale watch is the small northern town of Keflavik. Keflavik, nicknamed the whale-watching capital of Europe, sits by Skjaldfanny Bay. The area is teeming with sea life in the summer. You can spot harbor porpoises, white-beaked dolphins, and humpback whales almost every day. Occasionally, lucky guests may see more unusual species such as orcas, blue whales, fin whales, and even the rare nub. 9. Hornstranda. There's so much wildlife in this area that it's one of the best places to go in Iceland for wildlife lovers and photographers. This wildland is the least populated part of the country outside the highlands and is best known for its non-human residents. The magnificent cliffs rise to 1,752 feet, 534 meters, above sea level and are home to tens of thousands of seabirds. You have a high chance of spotting Iceland's only native land mammal in the overgrown fields, the Arctic fox. Eastfjords. This remote corner of Iceland is far from crowds of travelers, providing the tranquility many seek on their trip to the island. Renting a car is necessary to reach this remote region of Iceland, so you can explore it at your own pace. Driving up and down high mountain passes and along dramatic cliff edges, you'll see magnificent seascapes and incredible views of Vatnajökull National Park and its enormous central glacier. Despite its remoteness, the east has several settlements such as Djúpivogur, Seyðisfjörður, and Egilsstaðir, where you can find services such as gas, food, and comfortable accommodations. Eastfjords. The waters are fertile and filled with marine life, and numerous seabirds fly in the skies above. The Eastfjords are also the only region in the country where you can see reindeer roaming free. A royal decree introduced them in the 18th century from Norway and Denmark, but only those in the Eastfjords survived. The best place to spot them is at the fjord near the town Seyðisfjörður or on a super jeep wild reindeer experience tour. Lake Mývatn. The lakes themselves are beautiful in their formation and the life that flourishes within them. Dozens of bird species flock to the waters in summer, and those interested in flora should look out for moss balls, which form in few other places around the world. But the geology that surrounds Mývatn Lake is perhaps even more spectacular. Perfectly formed pseudo-volcanic craters line many banks. Golden Circle. Golden Circle is one of the top attractions in Iceland. The route is 186 miles, 300 kilometers, long and takes you to the most spectacular Iceland attractions in southwest Iceland. The most popular short road trip in Iceland is, without a doubt, the famous Golden Circle. However, if you want to add a little zest to your self-drive Golden Circle tour, there are also several top things to do in Iceland that require just a slight detour from the route. Due to these sites' popularity and the fact it only takes half a day to get around them, many tour operators offer additional fun activities to the Golden Circle. Icebyggi Canyon. This is a must-see in Iceland if you're interested in Norse mythology. The cliffs surrounding it and the plateau that rises from the center allow for some of the country's most dramatic views and photographs. The valley is also beautiful from within, filled with thickets of birch, willow, fir, larch, and pine. Indeed, it's so rich with vegetation that it's hard to imagine this location is actually in Iceland. It's no surprise that many myths about Iceland's hidden people, elves, originate from here. Skafafell Nature Reserve. Skafafell Nature Reserve has such varied landscapes. It was once a national park. Now it's the most alluring and accessible section of Vatnajökull National Park and one of Iceland's best places to visit for nature lovers. Midnight Sun or the Northern Lights. The charm of a never-setting sun and the beauty of the Northern Lights are stunning natural sights to behold and a must-see in Iceland. Although not an actual sight, they are undoubtedly the top Iceland attractions. Both have a plethora of tours dedicated to them. Generally, the best time is between late August and April, with midwinter offering you the best chance of seeing